Hey, what's up, my compadres? Today we're going to be talking about factoring out the common monomial. This is the easiest type of factoring where all you have to do is find out what two things have in common and then divide it away by basically undistributing. Let's find out what that looks like in practice. In our first example here, we have 2x and 8. I have to ask myself, is there anything I can divide both of those by? Since 2 and 8 are both even, that means yes, I can divide them both by 2. Undistributing my 2 will produce x plus 4 in the parentheses. If I want to check how correct it is, I'm just going to redistribute it. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 4 is 8. Sweet! Next up we have 3x squared plus x. Now I know it doesn't look like they have anything in common, but they can both be divided by x. So when I factor, I'm going to factor out an x, like this. X times 3, x squared divided by x is just x, plus x divided by x is just 1. And there you have it. Now let's try something a little less obvious. Our next example is xy minus 5y. Notice how they both have a y in common. This means that I can divide away a y. So when I factor, I'm going to put y on the outside of the parentheses, and then xy divided by y is x, and 5y divided by y is 5. Our last example combines everything that we've done so far. But don't worry, we're still going to take it one step at a time, starting with the numbers. In this expression, we have a 16 and a 12. Notice how I don't really care too much about the other variables yet. We're going to keep those separate in our minds. I know that the GCF of 16 and 12 is 4. Now I can talk about the fact that I have a y and a y in common over here. That means that I can divide out a y, so when I eventually go to factor, I'm putting those two things together as 4y. First term in our parentheses is going to be 4x squared. I know this is the case because 16 divided by 4 is 4, and y divided by y is 1. As for the second thing in our parentheses, it's just going to be negative 3. I know this is the case because 12 divided by 4 is 3, and y divided by y is 1. Notice how I've kept my variables and my coefficients separate from one another. I haven't even mixed my x's and y's. This is a lot like how you combine like terms. Keep this idea in mind as you move forward. Thanks for coming, compadres!